Hey everybody, G Bear here, out in the desert. Got my container delivered today. This is a 40-footer. It's 10 foot tall and 9 foot wide and 40 foot long. Gives me plenty of room. And believe it or not, even though it's really chilly outside, inside of that thing, it's at least 10 degrees warmer. Well, I was taking readings off the wall a little while ago, and I was getting 80 degrees off this wall where the sun is hitting it. That'll change when I paint it and put a roof on it, but I did put up some no trespassing signs, and you'll see my stovepipe here coming out. That's going to my homemade potbelly stove, which is indoors. I set that up because I'm going to be staying here tonight, leaving early morning. But we're having a deep freeze tonight. It's going to get down to 25, and I want to be comfortable in there. So here's the U-Haul I used to haul my ATV up here. It's a shame I have 3 trailers in my yard, but all 3 are full. I couldn't use it. I had to rent one. Had no choice in the matter. Anyway, up above the van there, in the corner of the container, you'll see that motion detector. And that's an alert system, and it's got a little red light on it, so when it picks up motion, the red light flashes. That ought to deter people a little bit. And I do have another sign right there posted, and I wrote on it, "This means you." So anyway, right now I've got the game camera set up in the side window of the van. I want to see if it works through glass tonight. So what I did was I set up bait over here, and in my big tall shadow, walking along wearing my shorts out here in the cold desert. But hey, my legs aren't cold, my hands are. Now there's the 4 avocados. I made a next because I chose to where the camera actually looks perfectly at, and we'll see if we pick up anything with that tonight. Nobody's been here and touched anything other than some car tracks that came through here, and they did find my hidden water barrel down there at the old campsite, but that's not there anymore. Everything now is inside the container, including everything that I was storing in the outhouse. That's all inside the container now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Here's my dinger targets out there. I guess that didn't deter him either, knowing that somebody out here is armed. But hey, I get an ass full of rock salt from a 12 gauge. They just might think about it. Anyway, I've got a camera going in the front windshield of the van there also. And we'll see what that picks up. There's my sign. Here's my doors open. Now, this door is not going to close all the way tonight because I'm going to be inside there, and I need to have a little bit of air moving inside because this is an airtight container. And there's my ATV is inside here. And the poles that are going to hold my wind generator are laying there against the wall. Then I put all my tools in here that are going to be staying here. Let me break this down a little bit easier so it's easier to see. Yeah, I've got this extension cord will probably go with me. I've got my auger here, and my shovels and rakes, and my TV antennas. And then I got 4 15-gallon bottles of water. One of them was the one that was down there underneath that wood pile that somebody dragged out and found. They just dragged it out. They didn't do any damage. They didn't turn the valve on or anything and run the water out. So anyway, I've got this pot full of water. That'll go on the stove in the morning. So I'll have hot water to wash up with. And my backup here is my propane heater. This is a safety heater. It has automatic shutoff for low oxygen or tip over. And I did test it. Yes, it does work. If I put that into a small room and light it off and close the door and go back in 10 minutes or so, the flame is out and you cannot relight it. So that's a good thing. You have to actually air it out, get some oxygen around the thing again, There's got to be enough oxygen in the room before the sensor will allow you to relight it. Okay, then down here on the wall I put a battery-powered clock that I had in my shop at home, and that gives me an easy access. It's 10 after 4. There's not much daylight left outside. That's why I'm taking care of this now. And you'll see I wrote on the wall here, window. I'm going to be cutting a window in there, and then here's my potbelly stove over there. And the reason I wasn't worried about putting a hole in the wall there, there's a 4-inch hole where it goes through, is there's going to be a window right there also. And that stuff in the corner, that's a poker for the fire. I've got some firewood down here. Andy had brought out that piece of metal down at the bottom there, and that worked out great for the box to catch ash underneath the potbelly. Anything that falls out will land in that pan. But also that's a metal plate underneath that, so I've got double protection there. Then I brought up some charcoal that my friends gave me, and I've got that over here stored in the corner here, and some more firewood to keep the container warm tonight when it does get cold. Then got my bed over here all made up and ready to go, and there's my 45 and a couple of extra magazines. If anything or anybody comes around tonight, they might just catch a few of those. And then I got my Coleman 5-day cooler here. None of the ice has melted yet, and I got out here on Friday noontime, and I got a little light there. I'm going to bring one of the 12-volt batteries in from one of my cordless tools from the van, and I'm going to hook that into it so that I'll have a little night light by the bed to turn on. And then my cell phone and that stuff will go there. I also have a flashlight right there, and it's one of those super bright ones. So if somebody opens the door and surprises me, they'll get that in the eyes, and then followed by a couple of 45 hollow points coming at them. This is just a trash bag so that I don't get trash around. There's some beer down there and some kitchen stuff. This is my little kitchen setup. I got my 4-burner stove, my oven over there, and then I got all my apparatus here ready to go in the morning. And some of you have seen this experiment in one of my other videos. That's my 120 volt 100 watt LED light bulb that is connected to two 18 volt cordless drill batteries, and I got them running through a switch here so I can turn the switch on, and I have plenty of light in here. So I'll be able to sit here at the table tonight and make my notes. I got my pad ready here, and here's one of those touch-free thermometers. I'm going to take it over here to the back wall real quick and take a reading off the back wall while the sun is still out, and we'll see what we get. Okay, there's my, let me get this right, there's my laser on the wall there, and we'll come down here and see what we got. 80.9 degrees, so 81 degrees on that wall right now. It's warm in this corner. That's why I chose to put my bed here, because when it gets down to 25 tonight, I want to be in the warmest corner. And I will fire that up when it starts cooling down after the sun sets, and get it nice and toasty inside here. And then I'll have to take a sponge bath, because I'm not going outside in that temperature to take a shower in that outdoor shower. I will be rigging up plumbing and all of that in here. Anyway, back on this wall, there's where my front door will be cut through. And then come down this way, and there'll be a window right there. When you're looking at the front door from the outside, that'll be on the right side of the front door. And then right here, you'll see a seam in the plywood. That's a 12-foot mark from the doors. I'm going to put a wall across here, and right in this area right here, I'm going to put a passage, 36-inch passage door to go into the storage area. So I don't have to open those big doors all the time when I just need to get out a shovel or a rake or something like that. I'll just come through the front door and this door. Now I'm going to put a back door on here. I originally thought about putting it there, and then I changed my mind because that's going to be real close to the wall here and it's going to lose space. So I'm going to do a kitchen window right here, and I'll have the sink and the stove and all of that so I can look out the window while I'm cooking. And then I'm going to move my back door over to this location, and that'll go out to a back porch. And then over here, right above the bed, where the bed is now, I'm going to cut another window in there. And that'll give me cross draft when I need it for cooling this thing down. Anyway, temporarily I've got some tie-down straps hung on the hooks up there, and coming down here holding my light up and my bag, and I also have a big LED light here. When I hit this thing off at night, this whole container will be lit up. You won't be able to not see anything in here. There's going to be a crack in this door when I close it. That's going to be about 1 inch wide, going the whole distance. Now, I'm thinking that I might just go grab a roll of blue tape and run that down there and just leave a small opening, top and bottom, to let air circulate, and but not let horrendous cold air coming in. Anyway, that's pretty much it. These boards here I'm going to put along the bottom of the door here. They do seal really well, so I don't have to worry about anything crawling under. But, like I said, this one's not going to close all the way. Anyway, out here at the shower, another piece of security I put up, and this I'll take down every time I leave. But while I'm here, that's a solar-powered motion detection light. And it's been charging up all day long. As soon as the sun sets, it's got a solar sensor on it, so it won't go off come on while the sun is out. But as soon as the sun sets, any movement out here is going to turn on those two lights. And one of them is pointed over there towards where the avocados are for the bait. And then the other one is pointed right at the door of the container, and that will get lit up. And I will see a light come inside the unit while I'm inside, so I'll know that something set off that motion detector. Also, that driveway alert unit right up there is, there it is. I have a receiver inside here sitting on top of the canopy, and that makes a loud tone. So if there's anybody comes up the drive or anybody moving around outside here, I will hear them. And that's about it. There's my little mole chaser. Apparently that thing's supposed to work on chasing little ground critters out. And I got it stuck into that pipe that I use for my antenna right now, but you can see how slow it's moving. There's just a slight breeze, but the temperature is really dropping out here. I would say it's about 38 or 39 degrees out here right now. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go inside and get ready to make myself some dinner. What's nice is that all that stuff that you saw inside there is all going to stay here when I leave. I don't have to haul it back and forth anymore. And this container will lock up. And I've got these high security hockey puck locks where you can't get to the shackle to cut them with bolt cutters or anything like that. And I'll have one of those on each door. And I did buy 3 other heavy duty padlocks. And for the life of me, I can't remember what I did with them. I think I might have left them in my living room when I left to come out here because I was in a rush to get everything going. Anyway, that's it. G-Bear signing off. And I'm going to go have myself a beer. Oh, one more thing. Here's my certification, the container inspection certification, and it does say inside of here that no dust, rust, oil, smell, contamination, and it does have air vents in it, so you can't suffocate in here. They don't let a heck of a lot of air in here, so if I was burning something, you could burn up the oxygen quickly, so that when the windows are in, I'll be better off on that. Anyway, door inspections, all in good. Moisture content, all the readings are good, and everything is marked okay, and it passed, and it passed. And that's it. So I've got a record of my container inspection in here, and it's clean. No odors in here. And I've got some driveway or garage epoxy. I've got 2 units of it, and that should be enough to do this whole floor. So when the weather gets better, I'm going to empty everything out of this thing, and I'm going to coat the floor with that, and it'll give me a nice looking floor. The kitchen area, I may put in the fake hardwood flooring in there, but that's something I can decide down the line. It's all cosmetic, and right now, I'm more concerned with having security out here, and it looks like we got it finally. G-Bear, signing off.